Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, it's Nissa. I'm a NHS midwife working at St Thomas's in central London and a hypnobirthing teacher, and I'm here with my lovely colleague.
Hi, I'm Joanna. I also work with Nissa as a midwife in St Thomas's, and I teach hypnobirthing with her, and I am a massage therapist specialising in all pregnancy stuff.
Hey guys, we're here today to go through and learn or practice, if you've done it already, some J breathing. So what is J breathing? J breathing is one of the 5 hypnobirthing breaths that I teach, and it's one of the many hypnobirthing tools that you can use to help you feel really calm and in control when you birth your baby. J breathing is, the reason it's called J breathing is because you're breathing your baby downwards with your body, so your body's in a curve and the baby will be travelling around that curve and out.
Like a J. Don't know if you can see here, I've got a J here.
J for Joanna.
Yes.
J for
J.
Absolutely. When I teach, I also call it Darth Vader breath because it's very noisy, and we're going to demonstrate that, so you'll see why. And this breath is very specific, so it's good for a particular phase of labour. So you will have gone through your labour and birth so that your cervix is opening beautifully to the point where it's actually completely gone, it's moved up, there's no cervix there anymore, and at some point your baby will come down and put some pressure on your pelvic floor, and you will start to feel an involuntary urge that you want to push. So this is called the Ferguson's reflex. It's expulsive. It can feel quite overwhelming, wouldn't you agree, Jo? For some women it's surprising that this feeling is actually right in the bottom, and suddenly ladies will say, I need to do a poo.
But we know they may need to do a poo, but it's not just that.
Absolutely. So we get very excited at that moment because it really means baby's putting some pressure on your rectum as it's coming around, and it can feel very much like baby's going to come out the back, but I promise that's not the case. It's very normal to feel that. And with all those sensations, the J breath sometimes is a really good and appropriate tool to help you stay calm. I will say that it's not the best for all mums. So as a midwife, we've supported probably hundreds of women and many hypnobirthing mums as well. And J breathing is very different to the breaths that you use for labour, where you're either breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth, depending on what you've been taught. If you breathe like that whilst you're in that expulsive pushing phase, that breath will actually slow down the process. It will kind of block the urge, make it longer. So you can't continue with that breathing during that phase because you'll stop the urge. It's
an amazing way to cope with contractions, isn't it? While your cervix is disappearing.
It absolutely
and once it's gone, it's time for a new phase.
It's so true, exactly. So it'll get you to there, and then suddenly, so at that point, you may not remember mum, so you might need someone to say to you, your birth partner, whoever's with you, your mum, your sister, to say, shall we try the J breathing? And the J breathing may work really well for you. For some people it's great and it helps baby move down in a calm and beautiful way. For some mums, particularly first time mums, you might need to actively engage with that urge to push, and that is okay. So you don't need to use this tool to have a hypnobirth, it's just an extra one. So we should start to do it, I think, Jo. So if you'll get into a comfortable position, everyone, sit upright, knees apart. Relax the shoulders down. Really important to relax your jaw, your mouth, and all of this when you're birthing, so it may be your partner that's gently reminding you in a lovely way to relax your jaw and relax your shoulders, and to practice this J breathing. So if you'll join us, I'm going to talk and Joe's going to demonstrate the breath. So this time, instead of breathing in and out, we're going to take a breath in through the nose and we're going to breathe down our throats. And this can be quite a different way of breathing for people who haven't done it before. It's very much opening up the throat so that you can feel the air travelling down. Absolutely. Why not pop a hand on the throat to bring attention there so that you can feel where the breath is going. Brilliant. You can hear why I call it Darth Vader breath. It's a very noisy breath. And the in is slow. You don't have to count, it's just a slow breath. And the down is also as long and as slow as you can make it. So other ways to think about this breath is that you're breathing the breath down all the way past baby, all the way to your vagina. And you're really pushing that breath down. The energy is going down with the breath.
Keeping all the muscles on your face relaxed, because when I was just doing that I was thinking, oh, they're not quite relaxed.
Absolutely.
Next one I will.
It's so true. So trying to keep that relaxed.
And it's hard when you're thinking about moving it down.
And you tend to tense up, so
Yeah.
you're relaxing here as much as you can. You will feel a little bit of tension at the back of your throat because you are engaging that in a different way. And you will keep going in and out, join us. You will probably feel a little heat or energy or tension in your tummy, in your belly. That is normal as well. Brilliant. And I'm going to give you one little trick to help you, or two tricks to see if you're doing it in the right way. So, one way of trying to get your head around it is to make a bit of a humming om. And if you om, the J breath is actually just before that noise. So me and Joe are going to make the om together.
Okay.
So we're going to go ah. And then if you join us for the next ah, and then think about where that R is, your J breath is just before. So you're aware it's the similar motion, similar position of your throat. So we'll all om together and go ah. And then we'll do a J breath. Keep going, practicing with Joe as I talk a little more. You might want to visualize when you do this out breath that everything is softening inside, just to be engaged with that. Everything is softening and opening to make space for your baby. That can be quite a lovely, powerful visualization. That you're sending the breath very much downwards. The energy's going downwards with baby, 100%. And you're working with your body. So if you feel that you want to push, that you're feeling that inside, absolutely do that. Don't stop yourself from pushing actively, because those pushes are natural and positive and they will help baby to move down. So we're not blocking our pushes, we're just finding a way of breathing calmly, feeling in control as we push. Lovely demonstration there, Joe. She's great. This is a breath that you know pretty well, isn't it?
Yeah, just from yoga.
Yeah, absolutely.
From many years of yoga.
Many years of yoga. So Joe's a pro. So it's also known as Ujjayi breath, fire breath. You may have done it before at yoga. The best place to practice this breath, ladies, is on the toilet. So next time you go for a poo, I want you to do two things. Try breathing in and breathing out. as you're pushing your poo out, you'll find that that out breath actually slows it down, it blocks the pelvic floor muscles. And then also have a practice of your Darth Vader J breath as well when you're pushing, and what you'll find is you can engage your pelvic floor at the same time, and it will hopefully all make sense. Anything
might
else?
help as well as putting your hands on your throat to put it on your tummy so you can feel those abdominal muscles engaging.
Yeah, it's a brilliant one. And if you don't use this one for birth, that's completely fine. It doesn't need to be used, but have a go, have a practice, get stuck in. I use this breath every day, probably when my daughter's stressing me out or there's something hectic. I'm like, and it actually really calms me down. That's it from us today. We'll see you again.
Bye bye.
Bye.